Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda and today I am going to show you what to do with some seashells that you may or may not have picked up while you went vacationing to the beach. So here we go. I'm going to set up my paint and give you a few ideas of what you can do with your seashells. I'm going to squirt some paints on here, and then we're just going to pick some brushes and go make something. I am looking on Pinterest here to the side of me for an idea because ideas just don't come in my head on the regular. I made this. Can you see it? There's a glare on it. I don't know why that's there, but we'll just hide that right now. All right, there it disappeared. So I made this off of an idea on Pinterest. It wasn't hard at all. So now what I'm doing is I'm just gonna paint the base coat on this seashell and hope for the best, and then I'm going to make sure that none of the white is showing from the grooves that are in the seashell. Next, we're going to take our sand or beach color and we're going to color a strip around the outside of the shell to make it the beach. Let that dry for a little bit longer. And you see these little guys here. Well, what I'm going to do is, we're at the beach, right? The water's out here, this is the sand, but we need some umbrellas, right? We need some umbrellas. So these are going to be umbrellas. So in the meantime, I'm going to paint these little umbrellas. This is a big one. Wait, they want it this way. So turn them like this. Okay, how are we going to do this? We'll do orange and white stripes. How's that? Whole thing yeller, shall we? Go. Okay. I'll look better with the first swipe, hey? Next, I'm going to add some seaweed and some birds to the seashell. Okay, so right now where we stand is we've got the beach scenery. We've got a yellow, a purple, orange and white stripe, a green that needs more paint on it, and a pink. Now most of these still have to dry, so I'm not gonna continue until they are dry. Time to take a break. Okay, this is dried now. It's a couple days later, of course. So I'm going to continue on with the little guys and putting things on them. I think I'm going to go for some polka dots maybe. And I know it's not perfect. It's not perfectly painted, but who cares? I'm just gonna put little polka dots, some squigglies on this one, some stripes. I'm sure a child's would look so much better than mine. Instead of dipping, I'm just gonna wipe. But I did want to do some purple polka dots on this one. All right, that should dry pretty quickly. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing here is these have now become my umbrella tops. So I'm going to figure where I want these on my shell journey here. I'm going to put the biggest one probably in the middle and move them down, up. Just gonna move them around and see. I'm not even sure I'm gonna use all of them. Like right now, I'm not liking the green one. I really don't like that one either. Maybe I'll just do, I don't like that one. For whatever reason, I just don't. So I might just do 3. This is where you can play around and see what you want to do here on yours. You can draw little Adirondack chairs, you know, whatever you want to do. And this is where what I have the brown for. The brown is going to be the part that goes in the sand. I'm going to make my little pole that goes in the sand here. And you can do whatever. You could, you know, glue some sand onto it if you want. Get creative. You want to put a sun up in the sky, you know, you could put a yellow rhinestone looking thing up there if you want. Bling it out, you know, whatever you want. Looks like a lollipop. We'll make this one at an angle because, you know, people always put them in at an angle. From the wind or the sun. I always angle it for the wind because I don't enjoy being sandblasted. Move this one up a little higher too. And it doesn't matter if you don't want it high, then you can just cover it up. See there, that works. I always like the towels and blankets, but yes, they get all sandy. But I'm gonna put, you know, a towel here. I'm not sure how a chair would look. That just came out of my head. Wonders never cease. A chair, like a loungy type of chair. I don't know, that looks done already. Kind of looks okay. I don't know. What do you think? Sheesh. Am I becoming an artist here? No, I'm not. I knew that. It'd be better if I had like a painting pens, maybe. I don't know. Let's get some. Laughing Gulls have black on them. It's really not how I would paint a laughing gull, but we got two people here, one person there. What color should we make a blanket? Should we make, let's make it red. Make a big old blanket here. I use E6000. I like E6000 for projects. It's time to get this on. Dries clear. Does a good job. It's a little bit of flex to it. Especially if you need flex in some of your artwork. Go up a little higher, there we go. All right. Sheesh. So there you have it. A day at the beach with something from the beach. Now, you can put as many as you want. I just grabbed 6. I didn't even paint one of them. These other 2 are here. I like the 3. There'd be a lot more going on. If I was a delicate artist, I would put more on and do a lot more things. But I am not delicate at all when it comes to painting. In fact, my idea is let's get it over with. So there you have it. One thing you can do to your seashells that you have picked up and thought they were neat. Here's another thing you can do. I showed you this before. I just had a sticker that said this, so I put it on here, but this is very easy to do. You just, ombre your blues and white foam there, and that's really not the color of sand, but who cares? You get the idea. I had some metallic painted the rim. That always makes it a little snazzy. And I sealed it with Mod Podge, so it kind of yellowed there. I didn't like that, but I'm not giving it away. So you could throw your rings in there. You could put a bar of soap in there, except this is on the outside. It hasn't been Mod Podge, but if you had, you could throw whatever in there, keys. But just some ideas of things that you can do with the seashells that you gather at the beach. Okay? Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Never stop learning.